NCA basically is the national regulator for the construction industry in Kenya. We are charged with the mandate of overseeing the construction industry and coordinating its development.
Overseeing then that means that we have other bodies dealing with other issues to do with the construction industry.
Of course, NCA, National Construction Authority, is established by an Act of Parliament, which gives it the mandate to oversee the construction industry and coordinate its development. So basically, we are doing a regulatory function.
When I joined the department, we had only around 7 regions. But as of now, we have 14 regions and 12 liaison offices. I mean, in terms of the spread of the authority, we have really moved out.
We resolve public complaints quite well. For the past 3 years, we've averaged a 95% rating from the Commission of Administrative Justice. And that, of course, gives us satisfaction because we know that we do receive a lot of complaints and we take them seriously and we do our best to resolve them. And this is normal, especially when you are starting up because you're setting up your systems, especially now that we've gone fully digital, and we try our best to make sure that we meet our customer needs.
We have transformed this authority from a manual authority to an automated authority, from the back office processes like finance and accounts, human resource, procurement, registration of contractors, registration of projects, and including payments for the different services right now are automated. We have also linked all our regional offices with the head office.
We have been able to ensure that this authority enters into performance contracting with the central government. Therefore, we have been able to cascade the performance contracting to lower levels, the purpose of which, of course, is to improve service delivery.
We have also been able to develop staff, a lot of training done. The department has been able to, working with other departments, develop other offices, or regional offices. We have not less than 13 of them. We have about 15 liaison offices, and this department has been able to staff these offices.
There's a belief in NCA that any construction that is coming up and it's not going in the right way, the first call is NCA. Even in some matters that NCA has not mandate on. For example, issues to do with the environment that are to be led by NEMA and other authorities, WARMA as an example. Out there, the public thinks NCA is the right person to call. That tells you our achievement in the countryside is noticeable, because anything construction, the first call is NCA.
Our hiring policy is guided by the various laws that exist in the country. One of them being the Constitution. We are an equal opportunity employer. So once there are positions to be filled in the authority, we usually advertise so that the public can be able to bid for those positions. And we carry out our recruitment professionally. We go for the best. I would want to tell the public that whenever we advertise for positions, they should not shy away. This is the place to be. NCA is there to grow.
We advertise invitation for pre-qualification of suppliers. We expect suppliers to respond to our pre-qualification request. We have eligibility criteria. So we just go through and look into those who have met our eligibility criteria. Then we bring them on board so that we get to know where is your strength. Then we position you.
The GOK is part of our funds, which is now the process of budgeting so that we can get some funding from the checker. Then we have other sources like the registration of contractors. We have also investments, penalties. Then also we have donations, especially like when we have contractors training. So those are also the funds which are stipulated in the Act.
As an agency that is responsible for coordinating and overseeing the construction industry, we definitely have to work with many other agencies that deal with construction in one way or the other. Key amongst them, of course, are the county governments. We have 47 county governments around the country. There are also other national agencies like the NEMA, responsible for environment. We have the police, who are basically the enforcers whenever we need the assistance. We also have other agencies within construction, like the road agencies, the regulators, ERC, These are all agencies which we deal with from time to time.
One of our biggest challenges is that in our Act, there's a shortcoming when it comes to enforcement. And that is why we are in the process of revising the Act, so that we can be able to bolster our powers of enforcement, so that we can actually avoid certain things. Every single time construction and ongoing construction does not go as it should, be it because it collapsed, or mostly, especially if it collapsed, and especially when it led to the loss of a life, is definitely a crisis for us. And it's a crisis because it's a highly regrettable incident. And what we try to do as NCA is ensure that people follow the law. There are certain things that we check in a construction site to make sure that quality is assured. And there are times that the people on site are not going to follow the due process. And of course, when they don't, the site will collapse. It's inevitable. So we try our best to mitigate, because that's what you can do. You don't want to deal with the crisis when it's already happened. You want to mitigate, which is why we have offices across the country, which is why we have our quality assurance officers going out every single day across all construction sites in the country, just to make sure that people are doing things right. And if they are not, we actually try and enforce the law.
NCA is a friend. NCA was brought about so as to basically bring sanity to the construction industry. We are not enemies of developers or the general public. We have their safety and their growth in our hearts. In all the decisions that we make, they are in the best interests of the general public.
We as National Construction Authority are partners in wanting to ensure that the industry is developed. We want to be among the best that there are in Africa and indeed the world. Therefore, we are calling upon all stakeholders to come and support us as we work together on this path of ensuring that the authority properly and adequately carries out its mandate, so that we can contribute to the development of this country.
NCA cannot do this alone. Our mandate is a heavy one, to regulate the industry and coordinate its development. It's not easy. So we need everyone to, same message, be sure, jenga smart. Wherever you are, take responsibility and be accountable for your own actions. Do the right thing. Get yourself registered. Get the training that you need. Don't look for shortcuts. Do not give bribes. Do the right thing. As a member of the public, information is your right. We are here to work for you. If you have a problem, engage. If you see something going wrong in your community, engage. If you feel that we are not doing what it is that you want us to do, engage. We are always ready to listen, and we are always ready to work together.